many affordable housing projects rely on federal funding to just break ground.
And KRON 4's Rob Nesbitt joins us now with the effects a freeze would have on the housing crisis here locally. Rob?
Grant and Vicky, the funding for affordable housing was described to me today as a quilt. Different patches coming from different donors, and the federal government is one of them. Homes would not be built without federal help.
We could really see some long-term, very dramatic impacts on homelessness because of this decision being made.
Tuesday was a stressful day for Jennifer Friedenbach. The executive director of the Coalition on Homelessness in San Francisco paid close attention to announcements from the White House as the Trump administration announced a freeze on federal grants and loans, money Friedenbach says is essential to building affordable housing.
A lot of the projects are already in the pipeline. And so even though the money hasn't been released, this could really sideline some housing that is being planned for. So that's pretty frightening.
In San Francisco, the Council Community Housing Organizations manages affordable housing and helps residents at risk of being displaced. John Avalos with the council doesn't know how that work can continue without federal assistance.
We're worried about, keeping staff. We're worried about supporting our residents. Federal dollars also support our supportive housing services that help people to change their lives, to address behavioral health issues, psychological, emotional issues, and addiction.
Relieved to hear that a federal judge temporarily blocked the freeze on federal grants and loans the same day it was announced.
We expect that there'll be a lot of work in the courts.
It's not just affordable housing that would be impacted if a freeze goes into effect, but also money for Section 8 housing. According to Friedenbach, more than 600,000 people in California rely on housing vouchers to pay their rent, saying the new administration is out of touch with the needs of those experiencing poverty.
Their funding base for their campaigns is people with a lot of money. They're catering to their perspectives that don't really understand poverty and don't understand how important this kind of assistance is to folks.
Another concern with the freeze announcement that Friedenbach has is that state and city agencies can add federal programs to the list of things to cut if they choose to. Reporting live in studio, I'm Rob Nesbitt, KRON 4 News.